So sometimes when we're multiplying polynomials, we have like special situations. So these are a couple examples of special products. This first video F, and then video G is another one. Okay, so it's talking about the product of the sum and difference of two terms. So what form it comes in, it's like this. It's A plus B times A minus B. Now, this is a very common situation, and it's very useful, so we want to take our time to kind of learn what happens in this situation. So I'm going to explain it, and I'm going to show you how you would do it if you were going to FOIL. So A times A, which is A squared, which I'm not sure why I used capital letters. They do in the textbook, but I usually use lowercase. But then I'm going to go A times minus B, which is minus AB. And then the inner two terms. Now remember, when you're writing your terms, you're going to put them in alphabetical order for the variables. So it would be plus AB. And then the last terms are going to be minus B squared. Well, look at what happens here in the middle. The minus AB and the plus AB, those cancel out. So you just get A squared minus B squared. So when you have something in this form where one's addition and the other's subtraction, but other than that they're the same, you're going to just get two terms in the answer. You're going to have the A squared minus the B squared. Okay? You can always FOIL these out, but sometimes it's helpful to be familiar with the form and how it's used. So you have 4y times 4y. Oh, let me back up just for a second. You have to make sure it's in the form, right? So you have 4y plus 3 and 4y minus 3. That's the situation where you have one addition and one subtraction, but the terms, other than that, they're the same. Okay, the binomials, I guess. Okay, so 4y times 4y, that's 16y squared. And then I don't have to do the O and the I. I can just jump right to the L. 3 times negative 3, which is going to be minus 9. All right. Now, is this always going to be minus? Well, yeah, because if one of these is positive and the other is subtracting, positive times negative is going to be negative. Okay, let's do the other one. So we're just doing F. Okay, 5 times 5 is 25. What's a to the 4th times a to the 4th? A to the 8th, because you got to add 4 plus 4, right? You're adding exponents. So remember our rules of exponents. A to the 4th, or 5a to the 4th times 5a to the 4th, going to be 25, and then you're taking a to the 4 plus 4. Okay, just going over that. And then you can skip the O and the I and just go right to the back and say that's minus 36. Now, a lot of times students still do the FOIL, the O and the I. And I'm okay with that. It's just like a double check. You know, you're just making sure, and that's fine. But so that you know, it's kind of a special product, and sometimes we call it the difference of squares, but we do that more when we factor. So it's coming.